Uh, well, I'm leaving you to yourself. The coffee in the giant furnaces is still lukewarm. A stair made of pallets leading up. Ah. Hello, Mr. E. Oh. Ah, right. Very decorative. Oh my god, I know that face from the memes. Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you. With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you. Is he staring at me? He seems to be a little bit wide-eyed and, well, bushy, partially tailed, if a tail can be on top of someone's head, but that's neither here nor there, I suppose. With a mixture of expectation and impatience, well bottled. Are you in charge of the dock workers?
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat.
He gestures to a tiny chair opposite his giant desk. He sounds like Richard Ayoade a smidge, not gonna lie.
I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez.
Oh, you don't say.
I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
You go ahead, detective.
The lieutenant nods at you, then the chair. Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good. He thinks I'll do my best. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name. You can see it. Why are you calling me? Actually, okay. I'll take a seat.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
Gives you a sly wink. Remain serious. I'll try to wink back.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
Oh goodness! Oh goodness! Chanting. The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your backside.
By the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say. This should take care of that nonsense.
He points to a giant novelty check on his desk. It's absolutely comically huge.
It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
Dude! Yes! Yes! I don't need to pawn Kim's possessions for money! Yes, 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 yes! Celebrate good times! Come on! Easy success. Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need... It's fine. It's fine. I can still pawn off the other related monies. 25 real is not nothing. So yeah. I have at a rough guess, maybe 20 odd reals worth of trash. Not to mention the other items as well. I just need to be able to make my way out of here and, and pawn those off too, and, maybe he'll have a heart. So, yeah. Well, That's good money. You need that money. Thank you, Everard. Wait, you know guard? Take the comically large check. You can take the comically large check and shove it. Jesus. Thank you. Yeah, it's not for nothing.
Don't mention it. But also, don't forget it. I'm just kidding, of course.
He's not.
Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun. Okay, well, I'm not too fussed about that. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only 2 words escape its gravitational pull. Lost gun. When he said don't worry, he actually meant be very worried. Oh god. How do you know about my lost gun? I'm not worried, so I got this. I would appreciate any help you could provide. It's probably best I let him think that I remember everything, probably.
Are you alright, Harry? You seem anxious. Don't be. Everything's going to be alright.
If you say so.
It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be alright.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded. Kim. Turn to Kim. Joe. Damn it all! Damn it all! You know what? I'm not too fussed about this because I can simply load myself out of this situation. That hardly feels sporting. Let's talk to Kim.
Officer, we will deal with this later. We don't need Mr. Clare's help with this.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Okay. Composure is high, so I'm gonna take the check, but maybe I don't need to sit. Yeah, like, that'll probably, like, I have a 5-level composure, so therefore taking one of the bribes probably isn't a huge deal. So, we're taking it from the tippy tops. Oh, I did save at a good point, did I? Hell yeah. Hold up.
Yes?
Nothing. Okay. I wasn't sure if there was anything else you might have said. Taxidermy fish that kills time. Okay. I'm saying
Welcome,
things
Mr.
right
Dubois.
now.
I'm Everard. I'd offer you my hand.
Oh,
Go
you
ahead.
don't say. I'll have a lot of words. He also sounds a bit. He also sounds a bit like Jim Sterling, to be honest. So yeah, that's mad. Why are you calling me Mr.
Please,
Dubois?
Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals.
It's nothing. Yes, that's probably right. It's nothing. Forget about it. Filter it out. I don't sit. It's kind of my thing.
Very well, Mr. Dubois. I respect a man with strong convictions.
His multiple chins move
I,
like
too,
ocean waves.
have convictions. One of which is that I will not engage with any man who won't face me at eye level. Should you find yourself more amenable in the future, I'd gladly resume our conversation. But until then, I'm afraid I must ask you to leave.
You're no titan of volition, buddy. He's got you in a fork. Sit down or leave. But I can't! I can't get out of here! Because I jumped! Because I'm a madman like that. A desperate fool at the end of my pitiful road.
Mr. Dubois, I hope time is... Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you are a reasonable man. So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the... by the way, it should be sufficient.
You know what, I'm going to... Yeah, keep it, I'm good. I'm assuming being nonchalant is what's going to help me against this guy.
Okay, okay. I respect a man with principles. No handouts, then.
He crosses his arms on his ample midsection and sinks further into
Now,
the chair.
I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure...
Yes, quite. How do you know about my law? I would appreciate any help you could provide.
Are you all right, Harry? It's not like you left it loaded.
28.
Officer, we will deal with this later. We don't need Mr. Clare's help with this.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Balls. God, you're sweating, your knee is jerking, you're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun and those children are going to shoot themselves with it. No, I'm not about to cry. Try to stay cool. So what? Men can cry too. I'm a feminist, bitch. You want to cry? God, you're weak. Whatever you do, don't cry. He'll think you're disgusting.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
Oh, you don't say. What is this, What is this? Mr. Dubois, he keeps repeating. What is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down.
Mr.
Chill.
Dubois. Mr. Dubois! Harry!
The large man snaps his fingers, but to no effect. You're in some stupor. Keep sliding down the chair like a jello shot. There are no Harrys. Let your mind go to your safe place. Oh God, I'm having a panic attack, I guess. Maybe if I turn into a jello shot, maybe the chair will hurt less.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in kind of throwing motion. Like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois! No, I'm good as it gets, Mr. Dubois. Vaguely gesture with your hands above your head. Oh yeah, man, I'm fucking great. Keep sliding. Actually, this chair is uncomfortable. I could use a glass of water. No, I'm not gonna take the glass of water from this guy because for some reason my dude is very fragile. So I'm fucking great.
Don't be dramatic. I can see your condition isn't terminal.
God damn it, Kim, you're killing my tough guy personality.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
You couldn't lead with that, man! He was enjoying it. He was enjoying it just as much as the big boy. Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions. It is about a time to stop embarrassing yourself. Questions will help you regain some of your lost dignity. Aren't you going to ask me how I got in? You called me Mr. Dubois. Why? Let's talk about my lost gun. I want to talk about the hanging. Why?
Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everard, I call you Harry.
So that's really my
My
name?
God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
I think the odds of that are very low.
It might be a good idea to hide your confusion. I mean, see what his game is first. It's true, my memory is a bit hazy. My memory is fine, just testing
So
you.
good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my sources were wrong. However, if you did have a spot of memory trouble, I could help you out. With my big fat folder.
Words flow like a river of honey from his lips. I guess word has already reached him. No matter, no harm done. It's just a brown folder. You can't make out what's written on it.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
The lieutenant inspects Everard over his spectacles.
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind?
His
Me and
eyes-
Harry are talking about his lost identity right now.
Don't just jump to the folder. That's not smart. Shows you're on the edge. Do some probing first. Okay. Oh, it's a good thing I have the dramaticals. Okay. Let's get this straight. What is... Okay, no. Harry Dubois, we were listening. Do you know where I live?
But of course, Harry. Your precinct is the 41st and you live in Jamrock. You're a Jamrock boy. A long way from home, but that's okay.
You don't say. He doesn't really seem to know any more about it. Do you know anything about my family? Do I have a wife and kids? What kind of cop does it say I am? Where did you get that folder? Okay, well, I know at least that folder must be a forgery, because we know that there are folders in the Whirling in Rags trash bin. So this guy is trying to get in my brain. He's trying to get in my brain. Little does he know, I am a Time Lord. But what if there's more to the story? Okay, well, none of these informational bits seem to be things that will tell me anything about myself any more than the thing I read at the Whirling in Rags. Or rather, will have to read again in order to, prioritize myself for progressing through things. Let's see how this goes. Yes! Okay, doesn't really seem to... As you look at the folder, Everard covers it with his hand and pets it. He's hiding it from you because it's not a real RCM folder. It's just another one of those brown folders you saw in the file cabinet. That's not an RCM folder, yes!
Harry, you got me. This is from the Census Bureau, not the RCM. Those Census Bureau people are absolutely corrupt. You should do something about them.
He got the name from the Census Bureau, and everything else from your actions here in Martinez.
Yes, Mr. Kitsuragi from the Census Bureau. Like I said, now I'm actually a very busy man. So is there anything else I can do for you, Harry?
A key out of this dump would be nice. That means he doesn't really know anything about you. A pity, the mystery of you will have to remain a mystery for the time being. So, the Census Bureau says my name is Harry Dubois.
Yes, that's what I said. Try to keep up, okay? Let's move on.
Aren't you going to ask me how I got
Harry,
in?
honestly, I'm just relieved you didn't get a hernia. A man your age...
Oh, so he does know. A man my age? What are you implying? I'm at the peak of my abilities. I, too, am surprised by the resilience and athleticism of this tool I've been provided with. Tap your chest. My body's gonna break down any moment now. Probably pushed it to the limit. Enough watching it. Yeah, I too am surprised.
Yes, Harry. You are obviously in peak physical condition, and I salute both your initiative and your physical prowess. Very impressive, Harry. Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it.
I want to talk about the hanging.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to discuss it with you. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me.
I sense there's a but.
But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
Oh, how convenient.
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines. Incredibly talented at opening doors.
I've opened a few doors in my life. You've heard wrong, Everard. We are not. Kim, is that true? Are we door open? I've opened a few doors in my life.
I'm sure you're going to open this one with flying colours, Harry. This really is very simple, and there's nothing shady about it.
An excellent opportunity presents itself, sire. You could win the trust of the arch-liar, pretend to play into his hand, then, should you wish, bend his efforts towards your own. Oh my god, yes! Ha! Specking myself to be a physical twig is finally starting to pay off. Okay, why don't you just open it yourself? Whose door is it? I bet you don't even know anything about the hanging. Damn it, fine, I'll look into it. We need to talk about that murder, except... Pretend to play into his hound. Why don't you... Okay, yeah, why don't you just open
Harry,
it yourself?
I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. You look like you could run around all day.
You want to send someone a message that the police are working for you.
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help. So what will it be, Harry? Oh, no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about.
What do you mean by a weasel?
A loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start acting foolishly. Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you.
I bet you don't even know anything about that.
Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on in Martinez.
Oh, refuse the task for now. That'll be good.
Of course, Harry, I understand. But if that's the case, I don't think we'll ever find your gun. Even worse, we won't be able to... Perhaps this was just bad timing for you. Know that you can always come back to me. I really hope you do. For your sake...
Yes, we both understand what...
This may be the only way he thinks. I won't hold it against you. In fact, we probably should reconsider later. I'm reconsidering opening that door you asked me to... I'm reconsidering opening that door you asked me to open. Perhaps it will help me somehow. Let's talk about my lost gun. Okay, let's leave for now.
You need this to get in and out through the gate.
Yes! Thanks, I was wondering how I'm supposed to get that. Great, wouldn't want to get stuck in here.
Here, you're one of us now. A real red and white union man.
Okay, this is the perfect time to save now! Ah, sweet baby G's and crackers. Well, that was quite interesting, to say the least. Okay. Let's plan things around right about now. I mean, okay, well, he doesn't want to tell us what he's planning because it seems to be extra legal. Let's talk about my gun.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. Yes, your lost gun. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone. Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. It's just a matter of time and effort.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage. Hold on, could he really be holding my gun hostage? I will not be blackmailed with this gun business. Does this mean if I do things for you, I will get my gun back? Okay, I'm going to say keep it for now.
I don't care about my gun. I love it, Harry. Wish I could be like that, but I can't. I have a responsibility to this community. I can't have a loaded gun out in the streets.
The officer is exaggerating. Of course we care about the missing firearm, and we are actively looking for it as well.
The lieutenant is concerned about the lost gun and feels that the fact you haven't prioritized looking for it is unfortunate, if inevitable, and doesn't put the RCM in a good light.
Excellent, Mr. Kitsuragi. That's excellent news. Looks like we have... Yes. What's that, Harry? You're getting a little pale. Is it the words paranoid schizophrenic and lost gun in one sentence? Don't worry, it's just a lead. Yes. My best men are What's that, Harry? You're getting a little pale. Is it the words paranoid schizophrenic?
Okay, we're redoing that. Yes, we are. Like, the only reason I said I don't care about it was
Mr.
because
Dubois,
I was going
a
to...
pleasure as always.
Yeah, I was
You
hoping
don't have to sit down this time,
that...
since
Yeah,
you've
I was
already
hoping
sat
that was
on
another
chair.
lie double tangent, or, I could use to reverse psychology him.
Yes, your gun.
Yes, my gun indeed. Does this mean if I do things for you, I will get my gun
Damn it,
back?
Harry. That's exactly what it means. I'm only kidding, of course.
Of course. I understand. We help you, you help us.
A fantastic change of heart, Harry. Go talk to Manana down by the gates. He'll brief you and give you the key.
And just like that, it's happening. The roller coaster is moving. Too late to take it back
Just
now.
open one little door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door. That's it. Anything else we should discuss? See you soon, Debarder. Just kidding. But not too much.
You don't say. Okay. Well, I'd say that went relatively Twizzler. That's not even a word that exists. Let's see. Okay, well, there's nothing I can upgrade just yet. That's another thing with visual calculus. Okay, yeah, I have to remember to, switch up my visual calculus every now and then, so there's that. And also, okay, so we have... Damn it, where does it say how many real we have? It should say somewhere. Oh, active done. Oh, active done, hell yeah. Wonder if... Damn it, it doesn't say how much experience these get you. I guess 10 XP apiece. Okay, where's Real? Where's Real? Real? Oh. Okay, I can't tell where at the moment, but at the very least I have 3... Okay, 16... 17, 18... Okay, well yeah, I guess I was right then earlier, like almost 20 reals worth, so that's good to know. Maybe I could sell my disco blazer as well, that would be nice. Then again, I should probably wear this when I'm talking to the cops. Halogen watermarks. Hang on, does that mean? Oh, I have 12. Damn it, I can't take his bribe! I can't take his goddamn bribe!
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit...
Okay. Can't take the bribe. That's fine. Would have been nice. It's not the end of the... Why can't I leave? Game. What is your major malfunction? Your major malfunction, Balger! It's empty! This is how I went in! How can I not... Wait a tick. So... Did I break the game? I hope I didn't break the game. Going on. Okay, let's try going back to the menu. Goodness gracious. What the hell? What the helly? I did go in this way, didn't I? Why can't I leave? Why can't I leave? Is something broken here? That is some bullshit. Maybe I need to go... Okay, let's go back to an earlier save. Okay. Oh, like, there's the PS5 version as well, even, so, yeah. Yeah, let me... Okay, hang on. Okay, let's see. Oh! Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. That makes an amount more sense. Well, it's good to be back in business. Damn shame that I locked myself into some bullshit with... I mean, then again, no, I haven't locked myself into any kind of bullshit because I know what I need to be involved in, and that is the case. Okay, what? La da da. I don't know. What's a French song I can sing myself right now? Non, regrette rien. Non, regrette rien. Je m'appelle. The lyrics to this song made up.
Container.
Hi.
Everard. He looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister?
The look in his deep blue eyes is as sincere as you've ever seen. Kind of makes you feel like an asshole for no apparent reason.
I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
No, of course
I mean,
not.
I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat.
He doesn't seem to be waiting for you to answer.
Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
Okay, but it doesn't matter what kind of nationality he is, I guess. What are you doing with the containers? Where is everyone? The harbour is empty. Are you Leo, who wrote the note to make more banners?
Oh, yes, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht.
What was that about the borscht?
Oh, yes. I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started. It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
What do you mean by taking this soup for the men? Is it for striking? Thanks, another.
Yes, yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags.
Hold up, who makes it at the whirling?
Oh, the whirling's cook. He makes it. Them is always talking with Mr. Manana in that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. He's from Grad.
Ooh, see. Something is off about this borscht. I'm going to look into it. Why not?
Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You do that. Yes, sir.
He didn't actually understand what you meant, and now he's just nodding. Dear Lord. I feel like there was more to ask here.
Oh, yes, yes. Of course, mister. I'm
Oh,
more
okay,
than
never
happy
mind.
to be helpful.
What you doing with the
I'm
containers?
just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
Oh,
Sure,
sure, let me
mister.
ask you something
About
else.
what?
How's that
Look,
room?
most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in. We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now.
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Evrard is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate.
Is that his real name?
Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Evrard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so.
He seems eager to tell you more. Okay, what kind of trouble did
I'm
Titus
not really
all get?
supposed to talk about that. That's union business. Him and his boy stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everett telling him to take some time off. I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let out some steam. I don't really know the details. That's just how boys are, you know. I haven't been in a fight since I was in middle school.
Easy, Leo. Let's keep this under hearties.
Look at him. It's not going to be anything useful anyway. Don't fight it, but to go with the flow. Too rowdy? Here, what kind of fight did they get into? Did they kill a mercenary? Okay, let's hear about this. It's not going to be anything. Okay. Well, let's hear about
I
Leona.
remember I was the runt of the class. The bigger boys always used to pick on me. You see, I had a bit of a temper back in the day. Flew off the handle like nobody's business.
This guy kind of sounds like an old man version of Perito. I think that was his name, Perito, from The Last Wish, Puss in Boots 2, all that
But
business.
Mr. Everett and his brother always came to help. Once they beat old Noel Becker so bad he needed stitches on his head. Noel never started another fight with anyone after this.
Right.
Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar are real nice guys, mister. You should go talk to Mr. Everett. I'm sure you'll be good friends. He's friends with everyone around here. Yes, yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo. I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town, and Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everett is away. Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
A real pretty lady with a skin like those Douai Sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio.
Aww.
But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes I am, yes I am.
I think you're doing a great job around here, Leo. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this place would totally fall apart if you didn't shine the boss man's shit. Okay, that's a bit mean.
Oh, Lizzie, she is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was all fancy and lawyerly.
Ooh. He respects that word. That's obvious.
But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood. Knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day, I'm sure.
For a fraction of a second, there's sadness in his eyes.
If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids. Dr. Lemaitre said so. And she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years, she has.
Dwarf silent, watching you meekly with his blue eyes. Damn. Poor dude. I wish I'd talked to this guy before going into the big man upstairs. He seems nice. I wonder if we've already met this Beaufort lady. Guess we'll see. So Everett trained a lawyer named Miss Beaufort. Interesting. Hold on, okay, yeah. I think you're doing a great job here, Leo.
Yes, this place really seems to run like clockwork. Keep it up, Leo.
Lieutenant smiles at the little man.
Well, thanks a lot. Coming from you, it means a lot, really.
You didn't think it was possible, but the smile becomes
Sometimes
even
I feel
wider.
some of the guys don't really get how much I bust my ass for them here. But you guys are alright.
Ah. The white rectangle on your clothes might not mean an awful lot in Martinez, but the recognition from an authority figure made Leo's day. What's in the container?
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
Okay, I'm going to... Oh, not that. I'm going to turn off the voiceovers so that we can get back to, like, blasting through the words so that we'll have time to talk to the Amazon lady. You're Ubi,
Oh,
right?
yes. Born and raised in Arish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then. Too old to lose my accent then. People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No, sir. Those are just nasty rumors.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
Okay, let's see.
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Sure, mister. About what? Bye-bye now.
Okay, save scamming my boy.
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Lariche said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. Oh, we're on a strike.
So no one?
Not it, but Titus and his boys got into some... Like what, mister? Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers.
Everything is so pretty and red. You and Leo look like brothers as you glance around with similar childlike wonder.
Sure is, mister. Sure is. Really livens up the place. Yes, it does.
I hate to break this bonding moment, but the red container...
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, sure, mister. About...
Okay. Let's try that again, shall we?
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. It's like Lady
Have
Louise
I
said when
leveled
she
up?
opened a bathhouse in the basement of my
Oh, I
apartment
guess
building.
not.
They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And lots of folk really did keep coming back. No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers.
Everything is so...
We can do this. It's a 58 shot. That's pretty good
Oh, hey,
odds.
mister. No trouble at all, Oh, I'm just making some covers for them.
The containers in the yard are green in Wild Pine's livery, and the mountains rising behind Leo is all red in Union colors. It's like some red infection was spreading outwards from the container yard's core. There appear to be cisterns underneath the Union container covers.
This looks like a massive redecorating operation, Kim. Leo, has anyone told you why you need to change the covers? What is underneath these red covers? I guess all of the above will get me to places. I guess redecorating operation?
Yes, they are hiding it from the inside. All the red containers have the Debarders Union logo on them.
Has anyone told you why you need to change the covers?
No, not really. Miss Everett doesn't tell me all the big things. Says I go and tell them to everyone.
What's underneath these red covers?
Oh, I don't know, mister. They say it's some chemicals. Most of them have labels on them, I think.
Okay.
Oh, no trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all.
The little guy sounds merry. Monsieur
Yes.
Kim! Okay, I guess we have nothing else to discuss after finding out that maybe the Unionists are going to do some kind of badness, maybe? It might not necessarily be a terrorism, but at the same time, I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Okay, need to figure things out. Okay, stairs. There we go. Oh, wait.
A rusting controlled marsh. On, with a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
Wow. Oh. I wonder if I can... Wait. Did I break something? I hope I haven't broken anything.
And, with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. The harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again, now that its purpose has been fulfilled. Moving this container, of course. For this purpose it was built. For this purpose it has acted.
I can't see how that was worth the wreckers, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
Ah, I'm glad you liked it.
The crane does not return to its original position. It does not move at all. No screech of metal when you push the button this time, only silence.
Well, hopefully that hasn't messed me up in a bad way, I suppose. And when do I wonder? Oh! Oh, okay. Deja vu, never been to this place before. I'm on the street, yes I know it's my time to call. Calling you, time to look at the chemicals.
Before you stands a cargo container. Just one of many in the yard.
Lieutenant, I think there's something special about this container.
You do? Because I don't.
What? Why
There
not?
are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
It's hanging from the crane. I don't know him, I just feel it's special. Maybe there's contraband in there.
There may very well be, but we are not here to look for that. We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to talk to the Union, right?
You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement. No reply. The knock produces a hollow ring of metal. Doesn't sound like there's anything inside the container.
No way! Hang on. Persuade. No rhetoric. Monsieur Door, I must insist. You must actually do a good thing for me specifically. We'll leave that for now. It would be funny to see me fail that, but we have more important business to do. Kim, I like you, but please don't test me right now. Okay, there we go. Oh, hold up. My hand slipped a little bit. Let's move on. We moving, we grooving, we styling and profilin'.
The file cabinet stands steady as ever. Sliding out, a drawer, hundreds of, and the same material. You already went through all of the. Remember, Leo, all items on the list, the drawers.
Well, guess I'll find out about the borscht eventually. Maybe I can use it to slip Everard a truth serum. Oh my god. You know what? No. I'm not going to dignify that with a response. Hey, Senor Mañana.
Scab?
You asked a man with jolly eyes still to
You're hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics, though. Maybe it's got something to do with the flask he reaches for from time to time.
Okay, I'm going to say what exactly is a scab.
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses.
Oh, where did they all come from?
Beats me. Somewhere in the ground, I think.
You don't seem to like them
Gotta
much.
be bloody stupid or freaking evil to scab. Or I guess, scared maybe. But scared of what? Of who?
He looks at the mass squinting in his eyes, as if trying to ascertain what they're scared of.
Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something.
Have you tried talking to them? It's better than begging, come on. I guess have you tried talking to them sounds good. Yeah, at least, like, it doesn't, like, overtly challenge him in terms of, like, blaming him for anything. Like, saying, oh, well, it's not actually the case. I mean, yeah. Not to mention, I mean, again, going back to the last tangent I made in the last, like, video or number of videos so far, even though I didn't know that one Irish co-worker of mine for very long, her story really stuck with me. Like scabs can have families and, be in a difficult financial situation, and have to do stuff to survive. And I mean, begging is nice, but at the same time, being able to have a consistent income is kind of important to live. And, and needless to say, endless charity isn't always, the most feasible action for everyone involved. I say this as if I'm some sort of, poverty expert, when I'm absolutely not. But, this is just my assertions. trying to, trying to greet this game with an open mind. So yeah, let's see.
We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time. I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, "Let us cop for less money." Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
Everett said you have a key to a door. I'm a bit short on money right now. Any idea who killed the hangman?
The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
The harbour is a prime area of suspicion in your opinion. Are the dock workers involved in the killing?
What a thought! Why would noble workers resort to such a thing? Unless they were pushed, of course.
But, okay. Okay, so he's egging me on a little bit. That could mean nothing, but at the very least it does show his sympathies, so there's that.
Your dead guy was an enemy combatant.
Hold up, what does that mean?
He was an agent of the opposition, attempting to undermine our honorable efforts.
Did you kill him?
I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have all sorts of men, with all sorts of skills.
Ah, you don't say.
He's not lying about not doing it himself.
Understood. This has been of limited use. Still, thank you.
No problem. I wish the best to you in your search. Sure, I'm glad it's not my search.
I'm a bit short on money right now. Can you give me some?
Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out.
Ah, hell yeah, I'm a good man.
The coin lands into your hand as if it has always been.
Always glad to
Appreciate
help out the RCM. Shame I can't do more. Things are meager at the moment due to... You know, the winter's fat is slowly running out and all. Still better than scabbing, though.
Union has problems getting by.
Nothing to worry about, really. The jam's a bit of a mess. Cargo can't get in or out. The rationing is a bit stricter is all. Supplies should last the strike, though.
Every little bit helps.
I'm always glad to help out when possible. Not like these slithering scabs.
Oh, Everett said you had a
A
key.
key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
He said it belongs to a weasel.
Oh, say no more. I got you. I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
I saw an opportunity, I took it. I'm a hustle grinder. Would you like a drink of water? I heard something about a weasel and it didn't sound like a local polar weasel, if you know what I mean. I'm not opening this door for myself, I'm opening it for all working men. I'm not really... Okay, yeah, I do want to help the working men.
I knew this man was a commie. And it's a good thing you're doing too. Thanks.
Whatever you
What
say,
we're looking
big
for
man.
is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the whirling in rags. That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter. None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess.
Anything else I should know about this task? This weasel person? When he'll be home?
I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
He means he's not going to tell you because he doesn't know. But he will shoot his mouth off with you now that you're working for Everard. Who he is and what they're fighting for. This is interesting.
Okay, why are you striking?
We're negotiating our share.
Your share?
Aye.
Wait, so not wages or pensions or... How large a share would you like? Oh, okay, economy stuff. I get it. I want to talk about... Okay. Pensions, or...
This stuff, they already covered.
Shouldn't you be grateful then? There's a lot more that most people here have. At least you got the benefits, that's something. However much you feed the wolf. Okay. So, at least you... I guess I'll say at least you got the benefits. But... Okay, I'm going to say at least you got the benefits, because, I mean, they're clearly not a bunch of rich people, you know, especially since Manana. At the same time, okay, here's the thing. At first glance, like, especially before coming back to talk to him this way around, I thought Manana just seemed like a kind of chill guy who doesn't, you know, who doesn't seem like too dodgy in any way in particular. I do think the flippancy of how he talks about, like, you know, about wanting to do this for the mothers and children and everything. I think him having, like, to feed our family, I guess, like, yeah, kind of can be a reading that maybe he doesn't really care that much about that stuff, and he just wants to say whatever he can to get out of doing the least amount of work. You know, as implied by his name, which is literally "Call Me Tomorrow." So, yeah. So that's interesting. I'm going to go on a wild limb chase and assume... Yeah, I'm going to go on a wild limb chase and assume, like, at least so far, it seems we're going to be encountering, like, characters that represent the worst of all ideologies before we eventually start meeting people who are more unproblematically nice. Yeah, with the exception of Easy Leo, he's a cute bean. Yeah. At least you got the
It's not
benefits.
enough. Not enough to get ahead. More about keeping us in our place.
How large a share would you like?
All of it. However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's board, so they could take part in the decision-making process.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's a little bit unreasonable, but yeah, there's potential there for something good.
This seditious talk sounds like communism. Just so we're on the same page, communism is basically wanting to kill the rich people, or deporting them to a labor camp in southeast Grad. But don't say that out loud if you're a communist.
Are you a communist? My boss Van Everett. What can you tell me about him? Got the picture. Let me ask you something. Okay. Okay, first off, I'm going to blow myself extrajudiciously. I'm going to try not to tangent... No, I can afford to tangent too hardly, because this is an entire new run of Disco Elysium. So, but first I'm going to blow my nose off. Okay. Okay. Let's get down to the brass T words. Okay. As I've said before, at other points of time in my streaming career, to call it that, long story short, here's my experience and knowledge and knowledgeable spheres in terms of where I stand politically on things. Taking things at least from, like, the axis, the four-way axis between, like, libertarian, liberal, authoritarian, etc. That thing. Like, socially speaking, I would say I lean very, very, very heavily on the leftwards way of doing things. At least that's not always the case. I say that's not always the case, as in, what I mean by that is, it's not always the case that people on the left are progressive. Unfortunately, no one on, yeah, unfortunately, you get, bigots on the left and bigots on the right. I will say, at least in my experience, bigotry tends to be more widespread on the further right ends of politics, or at least further right than right of centre. And you know what? Speaking of being further right than right of centre, I'm going to turn this into a little story time about that guy. Uh, and because you're seeing this video being premiered, you're not seeing the picture of that guy that I'm talking about right now. So I'll just have to tell you. Earlier today, before streaming, I saw a video of Simon Kagwa Njalia, or Njala. I believe that's, apologies if that's a bad pronunciation. I saw a clip of Simon reacting to a video of a news recording in which he interviewed a prominent African civil rights activist. To be more specific, Simon, two last names. Yeah, I'm gonna call him that. Simon two. I'm not saying that to be mean, by the way. I'm just saying that to be light-hearted and jokey. Simon two last names is the man from the famous meme of "Why are you gay? Who says I am gay? You are gay." So yeah, all of that is to say, he looks back on that interview and he does like a little reaction video, like, giving little bits and bobs of commentary from himself, and yeah. So I was going to go somewhere with this. I was like, by mentioning that. Yeah, what was I going to say? I guess. Okay, here's the thing. All of my knowledge about Simon last names is one, the "why are you gay?" Highlight, and like a little bit of that interview itself, and having just today, like literal halves of hour ago, at time of recording this video, having watched his own reaction to that video, without any input from, I believe it was Pepe so and so, and Pastor so and so. Yeah, this is going to make an interesting, draw my life story time if I end up referring to characters by Simon last name, Pepe so and so, and Pastor so and so. But whatever, it's cool. Moving back on track. Okay, yeah, I was going to say this in terms of something that relates to my politics. Long story short, when I say, socially very far left, at least for myself, that's just my way of articulating that specifically I care very deeply about civil rights. Like anti-racist, disability rights, LGBTQs, IAs, all of the letters, numbers, HDMI, SPREV, things of this nature. And religious freedom, and, so on and so forth, what have you. So yeah, with all of that said, I am not horribly informed in matters of the economic. I have one friend who is a self-professed dirtbag leftist. I've had him on my podcast a couple times, or once or a couple times. And I have multiple friends who are liberal, and at least two who are, at the very least, self-described ethical capitalists. I would call one of them. I would call them at least broadly liberal. However, I don't want to get into too many labels with my friends without them, being on air to defend themselves, more. Unless I repeated things that I'm very, very confident that they would agree of my, descriptions of them. But, okay. So, with all of that said, yes. What was all of this going to be in reference to? It was something that Manana said. Ah, right. It's to do with communism is basically wanting to kill the rich people or deporting them to a labor camp in Salvation God. Okay. So, I feel like this is this is the right time for me to analyze, like, I guess a certain kind of leftist. But also, again, like, Bandana Man! Yo! I'm sure you know more about this kind of thing than me. I would be putting a picture of him in post if I turned this into a clip. All of that is to say, at least from my vague knowledge, I know there's a certain subgroup of leftists called tankies who are essentially generously way of describing them would be as the extreme left, but actually, like Fox News considers relatively milquetoast liberals or isolated weirdos as the extreme left, whereas the actual extreme left is people being a lot more extreme than basically liberals. So yeah, I was going to go somewhere with this. I guess to the people who say, oh, well, we should... Okay, without getting too in-depth, because I do want to get back to the game, without getting too in-depth, I will say this. At least from my experience, a lot of liberals and leftists, usually leftists, at the very least seem to have stronger views and frequent discussions on what should be the case because it's right. Regardless of if you agree that what a leftist says is the right thing to do, quote unquote, at the very least that seems to be an area of discourse and more what's the word I'm looking for? I guess more frequently discussed on the political, or at least online left, from liberal to leftist at the very least. Whereas a lot of center-right or slightly further right people that I talk to, outside of the general, progressive liberal sphere, tend to be more so along the lines of, well, this is right because you shouldn't expect to go outside of what's right in terms of how you get treated in society, so therefore you should do things the proper way, TM. For example, I have a friend who's, or an acquaintance rather, who's a sex worker, and she basically said something along the lines of, I'll respect a non-binary person's pronouns, I just don't think that they should expect to be treated professionally, by going by they, them, or neo-pronouns or what have you. And that is something that, it struck me as a bad argument at the time, for obvious reasons, but now it's an even more clearly obvious, bad opinion to have, because I also happen to have close ties with someone who is literally a manager for a chain who is also non-binary. So, personally, I think no matter, you can think, okay, it's obviously possible and likely that a lot of, people might hear they, them pronouns and then turn their nose. That's something that's likely to happen. I'd also say that's something that's bad to do, and that you should be able to respect people who are asking very little. So it's about a broadening of respectability politics from, don't expect anything, to, well, actually, we could make things a bit better in a way, you know, considering a speech act doesn't involve, you know, widespread movement of resources or anything. So yeah, basically that. What was that What was all of that to do with killing rich people? I'm sure there was some sort of thread I was going to tie between those two concepts. I guess just... Okay, I'm assuming, I could be incorrect, but I'm assuming whatever thread I was trying to pull was probably something along the lines of, yo, like, first there's how things should be, and then there's how things are, and, yeah. So, I mean, in terms of how things are, Wild Pines, I mean, we'll find out more about them when we talk to the blonde lady again. She is blonde, is she? I could be misremembering. But anyway, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Probably. Most likely. Anyway. Okay. About... Okay, well... I guess... Okay. If we're taking the... You know what? No. I think I've pontificated enough. I might not be able to put a little bow on everything that I rambled about. But you know what? I hope that was fun for you guys to listen to. In fact, silly me, I forgot to turn down the volume of the music. So yeah, silly me. Yeah, that should be fine. Now I just need to blow myself again before I get back to business. Yeah, don't lie, some of you enjoyed that, you sick perverts. Anyway. Okay, are you a communist? The boss man Everett. What can you tell me about
I
him?
think it's best you make up your own mind now that you've met him. In my eyes, he is a capable organizer and a decent businessman.
What does bossing the union entail anyway?
I guess you kind of get to be the village chief. He oversees the harbor, makes deals with the owners or other relevant parties. Looks out for his own.
By that, you mean corruption?
By heavens, why would he not be corrupt? We live in a harsh and disordered world, see? And in this world, the old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it. Appreciate it even. He is, personally, not too lavish.
Dusk seems lavish to me.
He is reasonably lavish, sure. That's his prerogative. It's not like you want a saintly demeanor on a corrupt motherfucker. That would be a manipulative illusion. Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway. And moralism is the most corrupt of them all.
I don't... Okay. I feel... Okay, now I get why I'm slowly starting to sour on Call Me Tomorrow. It's because I'm looking in a mirror of me from 5 years ago. That is not good. What do you mean moralism is most corrupt? Like, that's like the drill tweet of... Yeah, I'll put a screenshot if I turn this into a thing and post. It's like the drill tweet of him saying, oh, actually, there's no difference between good things and bad things, you absolute idiot. So, yeah, personally, I disagree with that a little bit, to some degree. Besides, though...
This man has political theory, and it has not failed him today.
Are you a communist?
No. I don't think I'm a communist. Seeing something of value and saying I want it all to myself is a much older and simpler notion. No science to it at all. Even a weak child can think it. The only things holding someone back are I can't and I shouldn't.
Okay, I'll give you that. Right on, brother. Anytime, brother. You shouldn't take what's not yours. Okay, well, that's interesting of him to cop to, because, I mean, a child saying, I want this and therefore I will have it, is some bullshit. Like, that is a child's ideology. Granted, Manana might not necessarily be a representation of all of the leftist characters in this game, but no, that is a bad argumentation, because generally the nice thing to do is, if something belongs to someone else, then you should ask politely if you can use the thing that belongs to them fair and square. So, granted, that context gets muddled when we're talking about corporations, which end up, perpetuating themselves, sometimes based on extra-legal affairs and other times based on, forms of violence to various degrees. But at the same time, there's a lot to consider there. Either way, I don't have anything to add on that. There's something of value in. I'm going to say cool, I don't have anything to add to that. But, yeah. I'm tempted to say you... You know what? No, I'm sticking up for to myself. You shouldn't take what's not yours.
Then how can anything ever be mine? But that's okay. We don't have to agree. The prairie is wide enough for all of us.
You seem to have spent a lot of time thinking about the political situation.
Sure. I've had the necessary free time. Fortunately, there's always time.
The look in his brown eyes conjures up an understanding. For him, having command of his time is the most important thing. It all comes together now. The way he speaks about scabs, his general attitude. He's a follower of a 500-year-old Franco-Nigerian Boyadero code, itself an appropriation of Vespertine cool. That of a noble peasant or a traveling herdsman. True to yourself, independent in your actions, loyal to your friends.
Maybe I am a Boyadero. It doesn't sound that cool. Sounds antiquated, obsolete, passé. It's not disco. I'm going to say it's not disco because, partly because it's the name of the game, but also because, then again, noble peasant, traveling herdsman, true to yourself, independent. Okay. Independent in your actions and noble does sound good. So there's that. Okay, maybe if I say I'm a Boyadero, I'll have the option to internalize that viewpoint. And I don't have to if I don't want to.
No.
I could, but what if, maybe, unless...
No. The man sits on the railing, his hands reaching far and wide. Yet it feels as if he could, effortlessly, go even wider, if need be. An endless torrent of time. Lonesome, long way home. Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market, past the Boogie Street spearhead to the other side of the lake, the frozen eye at the center of the district. Then past the video rental store on the corner. There, at the end of a street lined with pine trees, a small house no larger than a matchbox, 11 Voyager Road. You no longer live there. Those times are gone. And so are those people. Why did you come here? Why are you still here? And where's the dealer? You have to get back to work. That's all you have now.
Fuck. That was a waste of time. Oh. Learning cap for perception raised to 5. Speed gives 1 psi. I'm not sure if that's a good thing for me to have. Let me... Okay, perception. Oh, okay. I guess that's good to know, I suppose. Okay, +1 empathy, and -1 electrochemistry. So fair enough. Maybe I should go for volumetric shit compressor. Over surely a nation hook. Ace is high, ace is low. White morning. Actual art degree? Finger pistols. Elysium baseline. Bringing off the law jaw. Oh boy. Anti-object task force. Jamrock shuffle. Remote. Oh boy. Yeah, no, I definitely need to keep that open. Coldomama Dakwa. Indo tribe. Well, looking forward to seeing how inexplicable feminist gender evolves. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Okay. Well, with all of that done and said, maybe I should talk to... Okay, let's think. Okay, I reckon, what should we do? Okay, well, I still need to talk to Gart and Sylvie, and also unlock the room in the Whirling Rags, and also get the trash out the bin bag, eventually. But you know what, that can wait, we'll do Gart and Sylvie, we'll pay for... Oh yeah, you know what, while I'm travelling I can also go to the other place as well, so yeah. But come on, let me down! It says GRIH, the Greater Ravishol Industry Harbour. Ooh, money! Okay, let's talk to the scab.
Bastards!
We have a right to work! What's going on here? Looks like too much trouble for my...
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
No.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence. Rights of people.
His manner of speaking is wooden, the tone of voice bland and uninspired, almost as if compiling replies from...
Okay, so basically this guy is capitalist manana. Good to know, good to know.
Maybe you should ask them. We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
Okay, rude. I haven't even I said that I was here to help.
So do we, Scott.
I like loitering manholders in return.
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates. Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guard's blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is. Like civilized folk, you mean? These native fucks don't understand civilized.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then, we charge. We were promised work. Main gate's locked. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk. Why don't you go arrest them instead?
It would be better.
No! They will give up eventually. Honest men and women, with rights, to work, to be useful. Not toys for corporate interests. We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If Union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do!
Well, I might be seeing you later. And you know what? I'm even going to... Oh, fried. Okay, I'm making so many saves, I probably shouldn't be.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't...
She looks up from...
Yes, what we have is there, in the medicine cabinet.
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back.
It's so tempting to steal it because I'm such a weak link right now.
A small cabinet on the wall is their logo is...
Just ask me if you need anything from St. Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium, and Hypnogamma.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
The
this.
tear machine stands. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfied...
210. Just toot. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's so fine. You know what? I feel like telling a racist to piss off now.
Welcome to Revachol.
Hey, I know Revachol, that's where we are.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture. while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago. Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you. It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
He's right. You're undermining our best shot at real self-determination. It's not real.
Oh, come on, man. I just said, welcome to Revachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Fucking A, Kim, I've got your back. Well, I think we all learned something here.
I haven't learned anything I didn't know before.
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
Now that that's settled, we have a couple of questions.
Whatever you say.
He smells of heavy motor oils, and his breath of high tar content cigarettes, probably Astra Whites.
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on apples.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Look, as detective, I come from a... Oh, I'm here to pick up a load of fucking apples, man. Just regular, Koiko-picked apples.
Damn, you're not gonna get more out of him on this. He's put up the wall of racism.
Oh yeah, they're a big deal. My great-grandfather was a carter, had a royal license and everything. We've tried to hold on to our privileges. Someone with a cart. What did you think it was? That's how deep into history our thing reaches, before machines. Not at all. We are part of a guild and everything, huh? It's very ancient, very prestigious.
Okay, no lie. This is purely coincidental. He sounds like a French accented version of my dad. My dad isn't that racist. I'm not saying he's not racist. I'm just saying he's not that racist. Not the... Not...
Hell no. It's a guild. Invitation only. Unions work for the rich fucks. They're basically the same. Been trying to fuck us out of our heritage in the name of profit, but you can't replace experience. Trusting street thugs with their goods is going to fuck them right up the ass. Mark my words. Generations of practice ain't no laughing matter.
Shit, he might have actually made a good point. Fuck you either way, you racist lorry driver, man. But then again, no, that might not be a good point, because unions can be good. Not all unions are badly run. It just so happens that the guys in charge of this union happen to be, to varying degrees, some good, some bad. And I haven't gotten to know as many people on the other side yet, so maybe I'll be pleasantly proven wrong in the future. Let's see what the argument is.
It's about biological not the most popular topic nowadays, with a coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep. I'm not just racist. People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, We Occidentals should be in charge. Open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe? Huh? When members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, they stop competing for resources.
Okay, it's a good thing that we have text here because I I couldn't make out what he was saying for a hot second.
The problem? The damn...
Cultural victory? What is this then?
Oh?
Yeah, I think I can get down with racing.
Don't push your luck, runt.
Well, toodles doodles. Okay, let's take this way around. Maybe we'll find some stuff. Oh, holding cow in good condition. Apples? Ooh, Real. Hell yeah.
The small, wrinkled woman. The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century. It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter. Some cigarettes and food money. Nothing. Her smile just keeps widening. Her hair is grey.
I'll leave you to your business then, Lady Cakes. I'm sorry, what? Ooh, physical instrument. As opposed to... Ooh, conceptualization minus suggestion. Yeah, I could use physical instrument right about... How? Will I need physical instruments to take on... Damn it. How? Was it physical instrument or endurance that's relating to the, what's it called? To the, to withstanding the odor. I guess we'll come back to that another time. But first... Yeah.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece. Secured a silver plaque on the statue. As you look up, you notice something about the statue. There are something with great kinetic. Someone shot him in the heart. Interesting.
Okay, I can't see it, but I take your word for it. Well, Martinez is riddled with bullet holes. This place saw a lot of action during the revolution. But the statue is recently renovated, so maybe a joke? Target practice or a political statement? Why not? What this shows us is guns aren't too uncommon here, and people still shoot them, sometimes at kings.
The king stands high above you, surveying the bay, mute and indifferent to your sightings.
Okay. Whole lot of saves again.
An old monument stands in the middle. What did he do? An old monument stands in the middle. What did he do? You have no idea. High above you, the king stands.
Okay, well, come on, I might get something out of this. You never know. You never know. I never know many things. That is why I know that I never know, and will know eventually once
Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy. Well...
Okay, I'm going to also go back to the other... Oh, I really put this in full by full accident. Okay. Well, he blew the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy during anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola. How did he manage to blow through the entire national treasury? Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices. He called it the Soul Aurum. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon instead of a bed like a normal person. I would like to sleep on gold, hustler style. The king is the king and he can do anything? Wait, really? There's no way that's true. A deplorable farce. No wonder everything went to shit. I mean, yeah, that sounds like an accurate summary of events. But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction. The what now? You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry, he was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy. So he was addicted to nose candy, a bloated druggie. That's what revolutionaries said. Okay, I will say this, yeah, I don't have unsympathy. I do have sympathy for drug addicts. I was just saying that about the guy who's clearly playing, Monopoly with real people's lives, i.e. that particular king. Just like in real life, I'm not making a statement there, just a question indicated by my raised tone. Anyway, that's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later, right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Insulindian Bay. This is a lot to process. His Majesty's courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realms. Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum. What happened to the statue? The original was blown apart by the communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn of the century revolution when Martinez was leveled. Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. If the communards had more time, they would have reduced it up to even finer pieces. They restored this monument. Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city. The statue was supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber floating on a sea of shit. That's brilliant, so funny and nihilistic. That's such a bad idea. I think that's funny. It's a bad use of resources, but it's funny. People in Martinez tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Philippe III, the squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about the hoi polloi. Think of him in death. Not that he ever did in life. Human orcs. On the beach. Oh, I didn't even notice that one. Okay. Well. Okay. You know what? It's getting on for time. Ooh. Oh, okay, one moment. I'm going to end the thing soon. Okay. Where was I? Oh, yes. Yeah. It is getting on for time. Yeah, at time of recording, in fact, at this point in time specifically, it's basically 11:30. So, you know what? I'm going to bid you adieu for the time, bizzos. With all of that said, okay, what's the game plan going forward? I think step one, talk to Gart about Sylvie. Step two, open the crate-sicle door, whatever it is, that Everart told us to take care of. Step three, save yourself. Step four, go over to the tree, see if you can lift it up with any newfound abilities. Failing that, save back to where you were earlier, go over and talk to the Wild Pines boss lady. And then, by that point in time, maybe I'll have enough money to not have to make Kim get rid of his stuff and things. I hope I don't have to go out on the streets. But you know what? I've made a decision. I will be willing to go out on the streets if it comes to it. I remember last time I completed day one, I did end up, like, turning in Kim's, tires. And, like, yeah, I know he's never going to use them or put them on his police car because, he's a sensible man who cares about putting things where they should be. But they're still good things to have. Yeah, so... Yeah. Yeah, so I don't want him to have to part with something that's near and dear to him. At the same time, it's something that's near and dear to him, but also something that he can't use, legally, because he's on a low salary and therefore can't afford his own car to put cool tires on. But that's a whole other can of worms for another time. So, until next time, take care now. Bye-bye then, and I will talk to you later.